Am I excited?
Yeah.
I am excited.
Good.
I just hope that it goes well. Ladies and gentlemen, everybody in between, welcome, welcome, welcome to the first ever episode of a talk show I created to talk about motivations, goals, and what really makes people want to achieve their dreams. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't been this nervous and this excited for a stream in a long time. I hope the next song is just as hype as this one was. God damn it. Is this one better? Hell yeah! You ever been inside of a Ford F-150? Welcome to the first ever episode of Motivations. Got some shit in my ear, in my mouth. Oh, I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. If you guys are going to enjoy this, which I hope you do, I really hope you do, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, share it with a friend. This is going to be a much more serious... Sorry, hold on. Wrong side. I'm new to a green screen. This is going to be very, like, a more serious segment of my streams. Or basically, if you don't know, I am going to try very hard to understand and to have my guests explain what is the main thing that motivates them to achieve goals, to just really get down to the bottom of what they want in life and what they want to do. This is going to start off with a couple of streamers that I know, but then I really want to kind of grow this outside of just being a stream related thing. I think that is going to be really good for me, but basically what I want from you guys is, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask them. I want this to be an engaging experience to a degree. Like, I'm not going to be able to solely focus on what chat's doing. However, I would love to get questions that we can ask our guests and give them to him at the end of, or give them to whoever I'm talking to at the end of the stream. So I have full expectations that this is going to be a very engaging situation. It's going to be a very engaging conversation. I know this new guest, as you guys have heard, sorry, I am getting things set as we speak. I hope you guys enjoy this guest just as much as I do. I want nothing more. We're going to test this out really quick, though. Clay, let's see. Where are you, Clay? There you are. Let's do this. Okay. Without further ado, this guy has been streaming for a while on Twitch. He's a good buddy of mine, and I hope that you guys enjoy him too. Please welcome my good pal. As soon as I give him the heads up that I'm gonna drag him in. By drag him in, I mean tell him that I'm ready. But I just really want this to be an engaging situation. So let's hang out. Brownie, can you hear me? Let's fucking go! Let's fucking go! Oh, man. Oh. Yeah, thank you for
my new YouTube segment, Motivations.
Yeah, it's I'm just happy to be here. It's a hell of a time for me.
Yep.
I think this is going to motivate me in a way, because I personally have had a lot of trouble with like burnout and with ideas of what to do and things like that. And I think that having conversations with people like you and people that are also just as eagerly motivated in their field of work or in like their hobbies that they do, I think that will help motivate me and hopefully others too. So with that being said, I have to ask, aWetBrownie,
Yes, sir.
tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, as you know, started off just like any other brownie. Started off in a general box mix. All right, no, seriously though. It's funny because like I knew you were gonna ask this, but like I was like, I'm not gonna prep for any of this. And if Tyler didn't say this already to his chat, I know he's got questions prepped. I did not want to see them beforehand. I wanted to give the most genuine responses in the moment. So yeah, just for starters, obviously I'm aWetBrownie. I stream on Twitch. I play a lot of FPS games. But I also like to link with the other homies, play some party games. Or obviously just whatever interests me. I've been streaming for, well, I've been like full time. I say quotes because I don't do this for a job, but I've been like streaming regularly for like gonna be going on a year and a half. I started out a while ago, and then I quickly fell to the I fell underwater with the whole numbers thing, and I got really discouraged actually, so I stopped. And then my friends started streaming, and it really kind of actually it motivated me. Not even kidding. It motivated me to want to get back into it. So
Right.
So yeah, so here we are.
That's awesome. I think for me personally also, I had a lot of downtime actually because of not because of COVID at all. I started back in 2019. But I was just really bored, and I started watching a lot of Ludwig, and I was motivated through that. And I feel like the community and the friends that I've made as I've started streaming and as I've really worked on harnessing my, I don't want to say harnessing my craft, but like I want like just all my friends that I made along the way too. It's huge. Just like you said, it motivated me even more when I learned that there are people like me, that aren't streaming to 20 to 25,000 people a day, that are just hanging out and just wanted to have a good time.
Yeah. So just going off of that, my whole upbringing on live streaming started back in I want to say maybe 2015, 16ish, when I was in college. Is when Fortnite was really huge, and
Fortnite.
yep, and I just started seeing. I mean, I wasn't even like a big social media person. Like I've gone back and forth on Instagram like plenty of times. I don't think I had Twitter yet or anything, but I just started seeing like clips of like people like doing these really nutty things, and they were streamers. So I hate them or love them, or diss me or not. Ninja was the first streamer I watched. He was the king back then. So I started watching him, and then I just fell in love with streaming. It took me. I fell into like the viewer curse, right? Where I didn't want
Yeah.
to watch anyone else. Like I was scared to branch out. But now that I have, it's there's a ton of great people out there. Um and not just big streamers either. Definitely gotta make sure you check out the mid and small peeps too. You're gonna find some great talent out there.
Hell yeah.
Um but uh but yeah, other than that, um me myself getting into streaming, I was always told I was very very good at video games from my friends. Obviously, I don't hold a candle to some of the people that are out there right now, especially the pros. Um, but I was always told I was very good at video games, and I love gaming. Like it's something I do every day. It's kind of it's aside from my hobby, it's my escape from real world and the problems, whatnot. So that's why I started. I was like, you know what? If I'm already playing, like, why not just hit the live button and show people what I'm doing? So
Yeah.
that's kind of where it all started.
Yeah, absolutely. So when you started, what would you say was like the biggest hurdle you had to overcome?
So if we go way back to when like I like literally started like no face cam or anything, um, yeah, I definitely would say numbers. Uh, just because even though I like did my research on like you don't just blow up and this and that, I still kind of thought I would grow quicker than I did.
Hmm.
Now, mind you, I didn't have like all the socials set up, like that's kind of when I got a Twitter and everything.
But you got a Twitter
Even
because you started streaming?
yeah, but so I didn't use it like I do now. Like now that I'm doing this regularly, like I would just kind of like tweet every now and then, like, "Hey, I'm live" and whatnot. Um, but crap, I totally that just threw off my train of thought for some reason. This man, um,
So you
shit,
were
I don't
talking
remember where I was going with this.
you were talking about numbers and
Yeah, okay, yep. All right, so back on track with that. So yeah, so that was definitely my biggest one. And then I just got discouraged overall from my performance with that, and then I took my very long break, and then once my friends started doing it again, and I was like, yeah, this is definitely something, I think I should give it another crack at. And I changed my mindset, and I don't care about numbers at all anymore. Do I still look at them? Yes. Do I always just try to see the positives though. Like if I have low viewership one night, I'm just like, okay, I'm just vibing, I don't need to try as hard to be as upbeat as I am, because I mean, I do work a full-time job too.
right.
We all struggle with uh the whole energy aspect of it, trying to maintain that into the night. Um so yeah, definitely overcoming numbers, and that's a big one for a lot of people. Um if you can, I do suggest hiding them. I do have some people I know that hide numbers, but for me, I just do it there. It's a placeholder now. I'm like, all right, this is where we're at tonight. Um but yeah, if we ever got like a really big night, then I know I got to turn it up a notch, keep the people hooked and watching. Um But yeah, I would just say I just fell into the general, like, just the numbers thing. I don't think I'd ever really had anything um besides maybe like performance in a game
Mhm.
some nights, but I've worked on that as well, and I think I've come a long way with that. Just having the, I don't want to say carefree attitude, but it's just like people don't want to, you know, raging is a form of content, right? But since I don't base my channel around that, I feel like it's off-putting when someone is watching for content A, but then I'm giving them content B, if that makes sense. So,
Yeah.
um, yeah, I would definitely say numbers was the biggest one, and then a little bit performance stuff. But other than that, I would say that's probably the only things that's ever like discouraged me.
Okay. So with the no with looking at numbers and with performance and stuff like that, I'm assuming you've experienced burnout before, right?
Um, I would say my form of burnout is when I don't know what to play.
Okay.
Uh, it's not ever. It's a mix of things too. It's either the things that are games that are out are in like a bad state.
Mhm.
I'm tired of playing them. Um, just stuff like that. I don't think I've ever had a burnout from like content creation. If um, yeah, yeah, definitely. It's just game related. Um, I know there are times where I wish I was putting out more content, but I just
Mhm.
don't have the time for it, right? Which is like what my struggle is right now. But other than that, my burnout would just be, it depends on states of games. So
Okay. Okay. So tell me, I want to know. This is just a personal thing that I want to know. So like,
yeah, yeah.
what did your setup look like when you started compared to where it is now?
Like just in general, like not streaming or
No, I mean like when you started streaming. Like when I first, to give you an example, when I first started
yeah,
streaming,
yeah.
I streamed on an old laptop that I had. I could only stream Minecraft because the other games my computer couldn't handle it. I used a webcam. I streamed over Wi-Fi, and
Oof. Okay.
yeah,
All right. All right.
yep. And I had a
Um.
headset, like a
All right.
really janky
So
headset.
so honestly, I've always been pretty fortunate with my stream setup. The only things that have changed really is I got a new PC, so I had a different PC that had downgraded specs, and I struggled with the single monitor for a long time. That was fuck, dude. That was rough. I can't stress that enough to people, especially if you're gonna stream. If you have a single monitor, get yourself a damn stream deck because it is tough, man. Having to tab out every time you gotta change scenes or something, it was rough. Um, but yeah, no, I would always say my streaming setup was pretty. I was always pretty fortunate. Yeah, so all I've done since um got a stream deck, got the second monitor, and I've upgraded my PC since. So
Oh,
I was actually always pretty well off.
hell yeah, hell yeah. So to get kind of back on track with what the show's about, when you get up in the morning, what would you say just makes you just think like, "Yep, today I'm gonna go and I'm going to turn on stream and I'm gonna stream today." Like what would you say is like your main motivation to be like, today is another day where I'm gonna go and I'm gonna click the live button and I'm gonna show the people that I don't have cheats and that I am just a regular person.
As you see me on like a 5 death streak. So I would say the main thing is I just love doing it. I really truly do. And I'm not saying that to just, I'm not saying it as like a bandwagon type thing or whatever you want to call it.
Mhm.
Um, Streaming is very fun. If as long as you have, again, going back to the mindset thing, the right mindset for it. Not drowning under all the negatives. Just being able to know that, see, it's tough because there are people who don't have this, but once you get people that you know will be in chat and will talk to you, whether um whether they're friends or not. See, for me, like obviously main viewership starting out being small, like very small, like when you're first starting, just having friends in your chat is awesome. And like even though I talk to my friends every day, just seeing their name pop up in the chat box for me, that I love it. It is so good. Um but also just playing the games I like to play, you know, not getting stuck with uh streamer A is known for game A kind of thing. Um, I was worried about that for a little bit when I played Warzone a lot. I was afraid that I was like gonna be kind of
Apex
associated
made
with
you,
that.
dude.
Apex, yeah. I was afraid I was gonna be kind of associated with that, even though like I wasn't not a big streamer or anything, but never being stuck in the mindset that you can only play one game. Just play whatever the hell you want. Um, I know it's kind of hard to build like a viewership around that because you're always changing, but anyway, I'm getting a little off track. But yeah, like I said, just having people in chat to talk to is awesome. And it's honestly it's kind of a good feeling when I turn on my PC. You know, I load all my shit up, Discord, Steam, and then I turn on OBS and I just like, I got all my boxes and my audio leveling bars and over here. I'm like, damn, this is pretty cool. I don't know. It's just that
It
it
feels
kind
so
of does it for
techie.
me.
Makes
Yeah.
me feel so like into
Um
it.
but also if there's like a good game out, I'm just like, yes, I can't wait to get home and stream this. Hopefully either meet someone new because they're browsing the directory for it or something. Um or you're just or hoping that I'm going to meet someone um who does know the game and can like uh point out some like tips or something like that. Like actually a good example of that is recently I was playing this I don't know if you remember, I was playing this dragon game and I had like 3 or 4 people come and chat that night who have been playing more regularly. Like it was only my first night playing um and yeah, they were helping me out, giving me tips and tricks, and that to me is like is a great streamer experience right there. So um obviously you don't get it all the time, but when you
Mhm.
do, it like just sends me and I like coast for a couple days on it. I'm like, damn, that was
You
awesome.
just
Like this is
ride
this
that
is what it's
high.
about. Yeah. But you have to, because like I
Oh
said,
yeah.
mindset. It's all about mindset. Like I can't be like, wow, this hasn't happened in a while. Was this the first time in X amount of like I can't have that happen. So I just got to ride that.
Right. That's awesome. I feel very much the same way. You were like what, number one in the directory for that game? Do you
No,
remember what game that
number
was?
3.
Oh,
I
number
was
three.
number 3 with like 12 viewers.
My bad.
Which no. That honestly, that's still impressive to me.
No, that's
So,
amazing. That's amazing. Um, but yeah.
all
So
right, hold
like,
on, real quick. This is
yeah.
really embarrassing. I'm gonna keep my headset on. I have to let my cat out of my room real quick. So, ask your question. I'm listening.
Son of a bitch. All right. So basically, kind of going off of that and like going off of what we've been talking about. When you stream now, like, do you have when you the changes that you did personally between now and when you began? Do you have any advice that you would give your past self? And if you do, what would it be and why?
So, I won't elaborate on this because I've already said it a lot. But obviously, stop worrying about numbers. Stop worrying about numbers. I also wish I would have gotten a face cam earlier. I was very hesitant and worried about that, but it adds to that next level of engagement with chat, seeing people's facial reactions and stuff, you just get that. It kind of also helps break down that barrier of the screen, right? Like even though like right now, me and you, like we're doing this interview thing, but like I'm still like kind of hanging out with you,
Right.
which is not which feels nice, right?
Yeah. I like hanging out with you.
But yeah, I would say only 2 things, and that would
Mhm.
be yeah, the numbers thing and face cam. Because ever since I've gotten the face cam, uh I've loved it. I'm all for it. I mean, I know there are people who, stream no cam, which is totally fine. Do what you're comfortable with,
Yeah.
but definitely recommend getting one if you don't have one.
Yeah. I mean, on, from my perspective also, I think that, my streams in particular kind of ride on my face cam because I am not like I don't hard carry people in games. The games that I play, like I'm like mid at most of the time, but like having that facial expressions of overconfidence and like being like I can do this, and then you go and do it, and then you just completely crash at it, and you're like,
Yeah.
get him next time. um. So this is kind of tying back to what we talked about earlier, but when you talked about how your friends motivated you and how like seeing that like your friends are doing this made you want to do it again. um so you would say that you kind of like find yourself feeding off of the energy of like others, like other streamers as well, like even like outside of like the friends, like do you see like other streamers and you're like, hell yeah, I like that,
Yeah.
I want to do that.
So I'll look at it from both of those perspectives. So the main person that did it for me was Danny XPemdas was about to he was gonna give it a shot at streaming, and he was like so hyped for it. And I was like, and he'll tell you himself, like he's not like a crack gamer or anything like that.
Right.
But he was still so like excited about it. And I was like, you know what? I was like, even though people hype me up too, I was like, there's gonna be days where I don't do well. And like I said, I already know like I don't hold a candle to some of these other players, but like I just gotta have fun with it. Um so yeah, just seeing how excited he was about just going to do it, and he didn't really care how his performance was um in game or on stream. I was like, you know what? I gotta change my mindset for this, and I'm gonna give it another shot. Um Now if you look at like a big streamer, obviously I would say it's pretty hard not to be motivated by that, no matter what kind of streamer you are, size wise, because the top of the top is like always kind of something you shoot for, just constantly having a very large X amount of viewers, the chat always moving, you know, um, and just having that community. I know some people want to just do it for the money, and I mean, hey, you do you, but building a community is awesome. And I don't have um I don't have like a huge one. Like I would say a community for me is a little bit kind of like all the like random people that I'm meeting, right? And even though like technically you were random, like I never knew you before, you like we have obviously elevated to being very 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 good friends. So I kind of take you out of that
That's fine.
community a little bit,
Just
but no
I
no
was a
no,
day oneer,
you're
but it's
you're
okay.
um but I would say, for example, actually, he's in chat right now with me. My homie Will. He is like one of the couple people who have been like a random, came from
Yeah.
somewhere else, and he has stuck around and hung out. There were some other people, they've kind of come and gone, but Will is still here, and I love seeing him in chat every day. It's awesome. But yeah, just getting that community um feels great. And like I said, if that's not like a motivation for you, then I don't know what could be, because just seeing that is awesome,
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and
Absolutely.
and what's gonna help with that too is, and this was another thing I was hesitant on, is getting a Discord. A lot of people use it, so definitely getting that, which also enables ways for people to chat with you offline, which is very nice too. Um, but yeah, getting a Discord to kind of help build your community is very nice, and I definitely recommend that as well.
Yeah, I think that's great. So kind of like going off that a little bit, would you say that you because so my problem a lot of the times from larger streamers that I see is they're not really active in their own Discord, which like makes sense to a degree. Like, you can't
Yeah,
reach
yeah,
everybody,
it gets tough.
but it is upsetting to where like I don't even like larger streamers nowadays, I don't even like see them like even like attempting to like even open their own Discord. Like typically a lot of
Yeah,
people have
yeah,
like their own Discord to the side where it's like just them and other people where they can like stream with friends and stuff like that. But like I one thing about me is that I love engaging with the community,
yep,
and that's
same.
everybody's community. I love being involved with your community, with Brian's community, with Danny's community, with Logan's community, stuff like that. And I think that's a huge thing for somebody who streams. I think engaging in that is so important.
Yeah, so this is a big one because I've had this thought a lot too. So just me personally too, I'm someone that would always want to do their best to engage with somebody, um, no matter no matter how big I get. Because I it's almost kind of sad that on some of these bigger streamers, you'll see their posts like TikTok's a good one, right?
Yep.
Because a lot for them is they have an editor who runs their account, right? So they're not even really doing anything. Um, and you see in the comment section people going, "Does he respond? Does he reply?" That kind of stuff, and they just go "yup" or "hi," and I'm sure it makes their day, which is
Right.
great. But it's like they're just grasping at almost nothing, which is kind of sad. Um, so if I ever like got super big, obviously you got to call it quits at some point on like a post or something,
Right.
but I would still personally I would go as far as I can to answer and talk with as many people as I can on posts or in Discord, but before I eventually would obviously have to move on.
You know who I
Like
think does a really really good job with that is is Pokimane. I think she responds to like the first like 25 to 30 people that like subtweet her when she like posts a tweet.
oh, okay.
It's really interesting. But that's besides the point. I feel like I'm kind of getting on a little bit of a tangent, but I guess to wrap
No,
this
no,
whole
no.
thing up, because this is obviously, since it's a conversation, it's going to be a shorter stream, so I don't want to take up too much more of your time. But I do need to ask, at the end of all this, what's the end goal?
Um, well, if you want the fanboy version, obviously what would be awesome is hitting what everyone I feel like strives for, and that's being able to stream full time. That that would be that would be fucking awesome. Being able to make a career out of this would be huge. Um and I mean I had that thought ever since I was convinced to start streaming because of game skills and whatnot. But having a little more doing after doing this for a while, um I changed that a little bit. Yes, an end goal would be awesome having this be some sort of career, right? But I would say I'm okay if I never hit that like top of the top, right?
Mhm.
Like an XQC or something like that. I'd be okay being a middle guy. I'm totally fine. And a good example is this one streamer I watched. His name is Glad. Um he used to be full-time Destiny and now he's been a variety streamer after um moving on from that game a little bit. And he just sits like right in the middle. Like he still has like a couple thousand viewers, but he just vibes with chat all the time. And he's actually a good example going back to your previous thing. He is someone that addresses chat all the time. Even if you're a first timer, it is good to go in there and he will most likely respond to you, which is awesome. But I'm okay if I just hit that middle spot and I can just vibe with, my community every now and then. I'm sure we'll have some new people come in, but just having a core community there, just vibing with them, knowing I can turn stream on every day, play whatever I'm gonna play, and I can vibe with the people that to come to watch. Um Yeah, I would say that is it. Obviously, if we went above that, that's cool too. But yeah, definitely just hopefully hopefully being able to get a decent sized community out of this. And if this never became a career, that's fine too. Like I said, it is about uh just having fun, which I do have fun with this. But if you want the perfect end goal, yes, that's what it would be.
Right. Sweet deal. Well, I want to wrap up this segment with a very small little segment that I have, where we get questions from chat, and we have you answer them, because chat will obviously have questions for you, and I think it's best that we try and get to as many as we can. But for today, I think we only have the one, unless somebody else wants to throw one in here. But Michael wants to ask, what's something that you wanted to try but haven't pulled the trigger on yet? And any games that you're looking forward to for the year coming up?
Ooh, that's a good one. So I would say things I wanted to try. So there's a big one. Uh, I'm a pretty big talker, if that wasn't noticeable. I've always known that I'm very talkative, pretty friendly and outgoing personality. I would love to do some just chatting streams sometimes, but I don't know how to start with that in terms of like a just chatting stream for me. I would love to just like talk to chat, right? Like I don't want to do like a reacting like
Yeah.
thing, you know what I mean? Like I just want to like talk. Um so I wouldn't know how to start that. And also I have the biggest fear of no one showing up. So then I don't like have any start whatsoever. That would be my big one. The second one is, but I'm gonna be doing it this year actually. I've always wanted to play like a Souls game, even though I used to be very good at them, but not having played, I know I'm probably ass now. But Elden Ring is coming out, and I will be buying and playing that on stream. So, but back to the mindset thing. I changed my mindset on that, and I'm like, it's just gonna be content every time I die, so I'll just let that ride. But yeah, games. I just said one, Elden Ring, and the Witch Queen DLC for Destiny. They actually, both of those things come out in the same week. Unfortunately, Destiny is part of my life very largely, so Elden Ring is gonna be put on hold for a while with that, so I'll be no lifing Witch Queen. But other than that, I don't really think there's anything that I know of, at least, that's like a big one that's coming out. So
Okay.
it's the beginning of the year. It's kind of hard to say.
Right.
So
Right. That makes sense. Well, I mean, that's exciting stuff that you have planned coming down the pipeline, and hopefully your just chatting stuff, works out for you. I'm, excited to see what you do in the future. But people that don't know, where can they find you to watch you do all these things?
man, I'm glad you asked. You could find me at twitch.tv/aWetBrownie. Feel free to also follow the socials. Twitter and TikTok, I'm very active on. I do have an Instagram. I'm still debating if I want to keep continuing with that, because TikTok has been helping a lot more with exposure for my content with that. And also I have a Discord called The Oven. Links are on my channel, so definitely come and feel free to join that. You can talk to me outside of stream. So
Sweet deal. Well, Brownie, I appreciate your time, and I hope you have a hell of a day, and I hope that you stay motivated and continue to stream. It's something
thank
that
you,
I'm
brother.
very interested.
I hope you stay motivated with these episodes, because I would love to see the next person you have on here.
Yeah.
Which, can I ask, do you have someone picked out yet?
So we've had some scheduling troubles, so I've had to reschedule, but my main person that I'm looking at right now is Book Up Ryan.
Listen, man. If I know anything
if he
about
comes
that
on
guy,
here and just keeps saying balls, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Listen, man. If I could tell you about this guy, this man is already like 1 billion viewers every stream deep. You're lucky if you get him to talk in your chat. That's all I gotta say.
I have been contacting his agent every day, and I have
You're
gotten
lucky
no
if the
response.
agent pays any time to look at your message.
I haven't gotten a
to even
response
delete
yet.
it.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Oh, all right, man. I appreciate you stopping by, brother. And I
Of course,
will.
man, and I appreciate you being or having me as your first guest. I had a lot of fun, and hopefully I didn't talk too much.
Oh no, this is perfect. This is exactly what I wanted. So I will. I'll catch you soon.
All right, man. Thank you. Have a good night.
Yeah. Peace out.
Peace out.
I ended that way too early. Nobody tell him that. Hey, chat. See that Prime button? Give it a click. Check your Prime sub. Oh man, we don't have that here. But everybody, that does it for me. That wraps up the first episode of Motivations. I know that Wednesdays will from now on be typically about this long, maybe a little longer. If I find somebody outside of streaming that I'm interested in having a conversation with. And if you know anybody, DM me on Twitter, Instagram. I don't even know. Hit me up in the Discord channel. And we'll get it going together. But that's gonna wrap it up for me. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your night, and stay motivated. Also, just so you guys know, I don't have an end title screen, so I'm just gonna let the music get louder until I turn off stream. Okay, bye! Bye! Thanks for tuning in. See you next time.